Infosys CEO MD Mr. Parekh settles an insider trading case with the Securities and Exchange Board of India. These are the recent headlines that we have been seeing over the past few days in relation to the capital market. I've just included a few newspaper articles and clippings which identify or bring about this news about the settlement of case in the public domain. Infosys settles insider trading charges with SEBI agrees to pay 25 lakh rupees as fine. Infosys CEO Parekh pays 25 lakh rupees to SEBI for failing to have adequate controls to prevent insider trading. Infosys Parekh settles insider trading case with the Securities and Exchange Board of India. Now, why are these headlines important? Why are we going through this particular case? As a students of capital market and securities laws, you should not only be aware about the latest amendments that are being brought about in the securities laws, but you should also be aware about the latest cases that are taking place in the market. So, let us quickly do a case study analysis of this insider trading case of Infosys, identify the key provisions and then see what is the outcome of this particular case. Though the settlement order has been reached now in June 2024, this case dates back to the year 2020 when Infosys has entered into an agreement, and that agreement itself is the foundation for this entire case and long journey of insider trading case against Infosys. So let's see how the agreement was entered into, what was the agreement, what violations were there because of which investigation was ordered and a show cause notice was issued to the applicant, how the applicant being Mr. Parekh has made an application for a settlement of the case, and ultimately in the year 2024 a settlement order has been passed by the Securities and Exchange Board of India. So we all know that the foundation of this entire case is the one agreement that has been entered in the year 2020. So on 14th July 2020, Infosys had made an announcement. It made an announcement of a strategic partnership between Infosys and Vanguard. Vanguard is a company, it is the largest manager in the defined space contribution space, and they wanted to avail certain services from Infosys. Now, what services they want? They wanted cloud-based record keeping platform. So, Infosys has agreed to provide those services to Vanguard, and that is how they've entered into the strategic partnership where they wanted certain services of Infosys. This announcement that Infosys has got this huge project or a contract from Vanguard was announced on 14th July 2020. This particular partnership has a lot of strategic importance from Infosys company's point of view. First and foremost is it would definitely lead to the expansion of business of Infosys, and whenever we know that there is an expansion of the business, it is also going to directly impact the revenue of the company. So for these two reasons, this particular announcement, this particular partnership was extremely important. Now, what happened when this particular announcement was made on 14th July 2020? At that point in time, the alert systems of the market regulator popped out a lot of information, a lot of alerts about certain violation of insider trading regulations. So, all of us know that every stock exchange has to have certain preventive surveillance mechanism as well as post-trade surveillance mechanisms to identify if at any point in time certain provisions are being violated, if there is something that is not in the ordinary course of the capital market. As soon as this particular strategic partnership was announced, there were a lot of alerts that were generated using these surveillance mechanisms, which pointed out that when this particular partnership was announced, there were certain insider trading alerts that were brought, and on the basis of these alerts that were brought about by the market regulator, SEBI thought that it is appropriate for us to do an investigation and see whether there is a violation of insider trading regulations or not. Let us have a look at it. And they initiated their investigation as soon as these alerts were brought about. The entire question was, for a PIT regulation, that is the prohibition of insider trading regulation, to become applicable, the foremost foundation is there should be an unpublished price sensitive information. So now first question that came before the authorities is whether the information related to the strategic partnership between Vanguard and Infosys, whether this information is a unpublished price sensitive information or not. This is the answer that they had to get to lead to the further investigation. So on the basis of, we know what is the agreement, we know what was the information, we know the importance of that particular information as well. So now let us identify whether that information comes under the ambit of unpublished price sensitive information. So if you see the SEBI PIT regulations of 2015, Regulation 2, Subregulation 1, Clause N defines unpublished price sensitive information. It says that any information relating to the company or of its securities, directly or indirectly, that is not generally available, which upon becoming generally available is going to materially affect the price of the securities and shall ordinarily, including but not restricted to the following, being financial results, dividends, change in capital structure, merger, demerger, acquisition, delisting, disposal and expansion of business and such other transactions. So on the basis of this definition, we can easily categorize and say that that's the information about the strategic partnership between Infosys and Vanguard till 14th July 2020, when it was not put out in the public domain. Before that, the employees knew that the company is going to enter into this agreement, and that information is definitely going to be categorized as unpublished price sensitive information because it is going to impact the expansion. It is going to impact the revenues of the company. So ultimately, when an information which is going to signify expansion of business, it is going to signify increase in the revenues, will ultimately definitely impact the price of the securities when that information is going to be put out in the public domain. So yes, that information about the agreement between these two companies is an unpublished price sensitive information is what we can signify. One more important provision of the PIT regulations should be seen here, which is Regulation 9A, which talks about institutional mechanism for prevention of insider trading. Regulation 9A, Subregulation 1, cast an important obligation about on the CEO and the managing director or any person authorized to do so of a listed company to put in place adequate and effective systems of internal control to ensure that there is compliance with the requirements given under these PIT regulations to prevent insider trading. So whenever within an organization there is any unpublished price sensitive information, there is an obligation directly cast upon the CEO or the managing director or any person who is authorized by the company that they should ensure that there are proper internal control mechanisms to prevent any kind of insider trading activities from taking place. And that is how Mr. Parekh becomes involved in this particular case, because he is the CEO and managing director of Infosys. Regulation 9A, Subregulation 2 talks about various internal controls that should be in place to prevent insider trading. Let's not delve into it, but just know that internal control mechanism should be placed to treat and identify unpublished price sensitive information. Now, SEBI had started the investigation when these alerts were brought about, and they, after completing the investigation, have come out to the conclusion stating that the information related to the strategic partnership was definitely covered under Regulation 2, Subregulation 1, Clause N4, or covering under the definition of unpublished price sensitive information, and they said that that information was unpublished price sensitive information during the period 29th June 2020 to 14th July 2020, because this is the day when they had announced the partnership. So that information any day prior to 14th July will be considered as unpublished price sensitive information. Once the announcement was made on 14th July, it is no more unpublished price sensitive information because the information has come out in the public domain. And they also identified that the applicant has violated provisions of Regulation 9A, Clause 1, Subregulation 1 and Subregulation 2. This is the outcome of the investigation that was concluded by the Securities and Exchange Board of India. Now, when they have identified that there are certain violations of the PIT regulations, they have issued a show cause notice to Mr. Parekh about asking him to justify why any case should not be initiated against him for alleged violation of these PIT regulations. So on 3rd August 2023, a show cause notice was issued to Mr. Parekh asking him to justify why we should not initiate a case against you for violating the PIT regulations or SEBI provisions. In reply to the show cause notice that was issued by SEBI, on 3rd October 2023, Mr. Parekh has replied by submitting an application for settlement. Show cause notice was issued. In reply to that, Mr. Parekh has submitted an application for settlement of the case. Applicant has proposed to settle the instant proceedings without admitting or without denying the findings of the facts and conclusions of law through a settlement order. So he's neither admitted whether there were violations, neither he's denied the outcomes what is there by the Securities Exchange Board of India. Without admitting, without denying, it has just said that I want to settle this particular case. We do not want to drag this further. Let us go ahead and pass a settlement order. This settlement application has been accepted by the authorities, and the first meeting was called between the applicant and the internal committee of the Securities and Exchange Board of India to discuss the violation that has taken place, if any, and suggested what should be the terms of settlement. How are we going to settle this particular case? So, basic initial meeting was held on 27th December 2023. On the basis of the meeting, certain discussions took place. On the basis of that, applicant had to submit a revised settlement terms. On 2nd February 2024, Mr. Parekh has submitted a revised settlement terms and these settlement terms were discussed then before a high-powered advisory committee on 4th March 2024. The application, that is the revised application, was placed before the high-powered committee advisory committee. It considered the facts of the case and the revised settlement terms. In the revised undertaking, in the revised settlement terms, applicant has given an undertaking that yes, there were certain lack of internal control mechanisms to prevent insider trading within the organization being Infosys. So now I give an undertaking that we have followed a practice to identify what is unpublished price sensitive information. That practice has put down into policy and we have given that policy before the audit committee and the board of Infosys for their approval. They have also given an undertaking that the practice of breaking the total contract value of any deal into average revenue per annum for comparing with the annual revenue of Infosys has also been made, and this practice is also now being put into writing and approval is going to be taken. So now they have said that yes, we have put in internal control mechanisms into place. So that guarantee and undertaking has been given by the CEO and MD Mr. Parekh. 21st May 2024, recommendation of settlement terms. According to the High Power Advisory Committee, they recommended that a settlement amount of rupees 25 lakh rupees is suitable in the case, and this particular recommendation that is given by the High Powered Advisory Committee has also been accepted by the whole time members of the Securities and Exchange Board of India. So they have reached the final terms of settlement that 25 lakh rupees should be paid for settling this case for the alleged violations of the PIT regulations. Ultimately, on May 24th, 2024, the Securities and Exchange Board of India has issued the demand notice for receiving the payment of 25 lakh rupees as settlement charges for settling this particular case. And when this demand notice was received on 7th June 2024, Mr. Parekh has made the remittance of the payment to the Securities and Exchange Board of India. Now, when he is paid the settlement charges of 25 lakh rupees to the Securities and Exchange Board of India, what is the implication? Implication is, initially when a case was initiated by issuing a show cause notice, those proceedings have been disposed of and no further case will be conducted for the alleged violation of PIT regulations, because they have settled this particular case. So as soon as settlement has been reached, the payment has been made, the initial case which was initiated for violation of PIT regulations, that particular case has been now cancelled. No further investigation, no further case is going to continue, because settlement has been reached. So by the virtue of that, on June 26th, SEBI has signed the settlement order after receiving the payment of 25 lakh rupees from Infosys, and this information, this settlement order was put out in the public domain on 27th of June 2024, directing or putting that information in the public domain that yes, Infosys has entered into a settlement of PIT case with the Securities and Exchange Board of India. So yes, what are the applicable provisions that you should keep in mind while you are doing the case study analysis of this particular case is that SEBI Act 1992 gives powers to SEBI under section 11 to issue any directions and levy any penalty for any violation of SEBI provisions. Using these provisions, they had issued the show cause notice initially. Section 15 JB allows SEBI to get an application or do the settlement of cases. Okay, so by the virtue of this, the settlement proceedings can be initiated. SEBI PIT regulations, we already saw two important regulations are there. One is Regulation 2, Sub-Regulation 1N, which talks about unpublished price-sensitive information, and Regulation 9A, which has been violated where internal control mechanisms were not in place within the organization. That is when Mr. Parekh's responsibility has come, where he has to ensure that internal control mechanisms are in place to prevent any kind of insider trading regulations, and undertaking also has been submitted by him. And ultimately, SEBI settlement proceedings regulations of 2018, where that is the procedural regulation where they say what is the procedure for settlement, how those regulations are to be brought into force. So this is the entire case study analysis of this case against Infosys, where in the year 2020, a mere agreement that was entered into by Infosys and Vanguard had certain unpublished price sensitive information which had to be treated in a particular way in the legal ambit, but because there were lack of internal control mechanisms, a few of the employees and the people within the organization have misused that information for undertaking trading activities, and those trades that have taken place during that particular duration of unpublished price sensitive information has created alert mechanisms on the stock exchange, and that led to the investigation of this entire case by SEBI, where they actually found out that there was a violation of PIT regulations, that there were not enough internal control mechanisms within the organization, and they initiated a show cause notice. By the way of a show cause notice, Mr. Parekh has made an application for settlement of the case without admitting or denying to the investigation outcome of the Securities Exchange Board of India, and going back forth, they have reached to the settlement by agreeing to pay a 25 lakh rupees settlement charges to the Securities and Exchange Board of India. So that comes to brings us to the end of this particular case study analysis. Writing these type of case studies in your answers will definitely help you. For more such videos, please subscribe to Excel Academy, and we will bring out such important information.